Let me be honest with you. I have wasted a lot of money in my life. Not because I was careless or stupid, but because I kept falling for things that looked smart, felt normal, and everyone around me was doing. And the thing is, most people are still doing these things right now in 2026. They are paying for stuff that gives them almost nothing back. So today I want to walk you through 11 things that are a complete waste of money this year, and I am going to be very specific about it. The first one is the AI subscription overload. A couple of years ago, ChatGPT was the only thing people were talking about. Now there are dozens of AI tools and every single one of them wants you to pay a monthly fee. You have got the writing tools, the image tools, the video tools, the research tools, and then 5 more that just came out last week. I have spoken to people who are paying over $200 every month just on AI subscriptions alone. And when I ask them how many of those tools they actually use every day, the honest answer is usually 1 or 2. The rest are just sitting there charging your card while you forget they exist. You do not need 10 AI tools. Pick 1 or 2 that actually solve a real problem in your life and cancel the rest today. Next up, we have the premium water trap. I know this sounds small, but it adds up in a way that will actually shock you. I tracked my own spending a while back and found that I was spending close to $60 a month just on fancy bottled water, sparkling water brands, and those little flavored packets. That is $700 a year on water. Water. A good water filter for your home costs around $40 to $50 and lasts for months. The math is not complicated. The companies selling you premium water have just done an incredible job of making tap water feel embarrassing. It is not. Stop paying that markup. Third, and this one is big right now, we have the electric vehicle upgrade rush. Look, I am not saying electric vehicles are bad. They are genuinely good technology. But in 2026, so many people are rushing to upgrade from a perfectly working car just because they feel like they are supposed to. I have a friend who traded in a car that had 0 payments left on it, 0 mechanical problems, and he got into a $60,000 EV loan because he felt like he was falling behind. He went from no car payment to a $700 a month payment. That is $8,400 a year for a feeling. If your current car is running fine, keep it. The best car financially is always the one you already own and have paid off. Number 4 is the wellness subscription box. These things exploded during the last few years and they are still everywhere. You sign up and every month a box shows up at your door full of supplements, powders, little snack bars, and things that claim to fix your gut, your sleep, your skin, and your energy. I tried 2 of these myself. The first month feels exciting. By month 3 you have a cabinet full of things you never finished and you are still paying $40 to $80 every single month. Most of what comes in those boxes you could buy individually for a fraction of the cost if you actually needed it. The honest truth is most people do not need half of what is in there. Cancel it, drink more water, sleep more, and you will feel better without spending $1. The fifth thing is the overpriced sports streaming package. Sports broadcasting has completely broken apart in 2026. Games are spread across 8 different platforms and each one wants $12 to $20 a month. So if you want to watch your team play through an entire season, you are potentially looking at stacking 4 or 5 services just to not miss a game. I talked to someone recently who was paying over $140 a month just to watch football and basketball. That is almost $1,700 a year to watch other people exercise. I am not saying do not watch sports. But be very honest with yourself about how many of those platforms you actually need versus how many you signed up for in a moment of excitement and then kept forgetting to cancel. Number 6 is the co-working space membership for people who work alone. Co-working spaces became really trendy and some people genuinely need them. But I have seen so many solo freelancers and remote workers paying $200 to $500 a month for a desk they visit maybe twice a week because it felt professional and motivated them for the first few weeks. A library is free. A good coffee shop costs you $5 for a few hours. If you are only going 2 or 3 times a week, you are paying somewhere around $50 per visit for that co-working space. Ask yourself honestly if it is actually making you more productive or just making you feel like a professional. There is a difference. 7 is the fast fashion cycle. I know we have all heard this before, but it is getting worse, not better. The apps make it so easy now. You open your phone, you see something for $12, you buy it, it arrives in 4 days, you wear it twice, it falls apart or goes out of style, and you do it again next week. I have spoken to young people who are spending $300 a month on clothes they do not even remember buying 6 months later. The smarter move, and this is something I had to learn myself, is to buy fewer things and buy better. 3 shirts that last 3 years will always beat 30 shirts that last 3 months. Not just financially but in every way. Number 8 is the credit card annual fee you are not earning back. Premium credit cards with annual fees of $200 to $600 can make sense for certain people who travel constantly and actually use every benefit. But most people who have these cards are paying the fee, using maybe 1 or 2 benefits, and letting the rest go completely to waste. I have a rule. If I cannot clearly name 3 benefits I used last month from a card I am paying an annual fee for, I am calling to downgrade or cancel it. Go through your wallet right now and ask yourself which of those fees you are actually earning back every single year. The 9th thing that is a complete waste of money in 2026 is the certification course that nobody asked for. Online learning platforms have made it incredibly easy to spend money on certificates. You see an ad that says get certified in something in 6 weeks and companies will line up to hire you. And you spend $300 to $800 and you finish it and you put it on your resume and nothing changes. I am not against learning. Learning is one of the best things you can spend money on. But a certificate from a random platform that employers do not recognize is not the same as a skill you actually built. Before you buy any course, ask one question. Do I know someone personally who got a real job or real income from this specific certificate? If the answer is no, do not buy it. Number 10 is the daily delivery habit. Food delivery apps completely changed how people eat and spend. The convenience is real, I get it. But when you are ordering delivery 4 or 5 times a week, you are not just paying for food. You are paying the delivery fee, the service fee, the tip, and the markup that the restaurant adds specifically for delivery orders. A meal that costs $12 in the restaurant can easily become $22 to $26 delivered to your door. That is more than double. If you do that 4 times a week, you are spending roughly $3,000 extra per year compared to just going and picking up the same food yourself or cooking it at home. The apps are designed to make ordering feel like nothing. But over a full year, that nothing adds up to a serious amount. And the 11th thing, the one I think is the biggest waste of money for most people in 2026, is paying for a financial advisor to manage a simple index fund portfolio. I know this sounds harsh and I want to be careful here because there are situations where a financial advisor genuinely helps. Complex tax situations, business structures, estate planning. Those are real. But if you are a regular person with a job, trying to build long-term wealth, and your advisor is basically putting your money into index funds and charging you 1% of your portfolio every year for doing it, that 1% will cost you tens of thousands of dollars over 20 or 30 years. There are books you can read in a weekend that will teach you exactly what to do. You do not need to pay someone thousands of dollars annually to do something this simple on your behalf. Look, the point of all of this is not to tell you to stop spending money. Spending money on the right things is one of the best things you can do for your life. But 2026 has more traps than ever. More subscriptions, more upgrades, more things designed to feel necessary when they are completely optional. The people who are actually building real financial stability right now are not the ones earning the most. They are the ones being the most honest about what is actually giving them value and what is just quietly draining them every single month. Go through your bank statement this week. Find your version of these 11 things. And start cutting. Even if you eliminate just 3 or 4 of these from your life, you could easily save $2,000 to $4,000 this year without feeling like you gave up anything important. That money can go towards something that actually moves your life forward. An investment, an emergency fund, a skill, or even just peace of mind knowing you are not bleeding money every month on things that do not matter. Small cuts made consistently are how ordinary people build extraordinary financial lives over time. So start today, not next month.